Welcome to American Dream TV. I'm your host, MJ Mata, and on today's episode of Alaska Lifestyle, I will be giving you tips not on how to play this game. Instead, I'm going to introduce you to a piece of Palmer history. Let's meet my friend Cheyenne Gilman-Burke from Signature Real Estate and learn about two beautiful barns that have caught the attention of Alaska Barn Rescue and Chip and Joanna Gaines.
Thank you so much for the opportunity to showcase this super unique property today.
Absolutely, I'm wicked excited about it. So Cheyenne, take us back to 1935. Tell us all the awesome history about these colony barns, please.
Yeah, absolutely. So originally these two buildings were built in 1935. And what happened was 203 families were actually moved here from the Midwest, part of the New Deal program, and they were given plots of land. So what happened was they developed Matanuska Colony. That turned into the agricultural hotspot of Alaska, which is Palmer, Alaska.
And these do not look like they're from 1935, so they've been totally renovated.
Yeah.
I'd love to see the inside and have you tell us all about what the sellers have done over the years.
Yeah, I would love to do that.
Okay.
We can go on inside and take a look.
All right, come on, guys.
Both of the buildings were renovated in 2023. However, the goal was to keep as much of the original barns as possible. So both of the haylofts on the smaller and larger buildings were kept. And they actually sandblasted the interior rafters to preserve those.
That's a really cool piece of that history. And I love that they preserved it. It's absolutely stunning. Okay, this would even make an awesome Airbnb.
Yeah, yes, Airbnb for sure, especially because we're in such a great location for tourism that the access to Wasilla for the Iditarod Restart and the Palmer State Fairgrounds is but a stone's throw away.
Yeah, or a Frisbee golf throwaway.
Heck yeah.
Well, speaking of the versatility, let's go ahead and meet with Gretchen from BellaBites and talk with her about getting ready for our event tonight.
Sounds great.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, this looks absolutely fabulous. I cannot wait to try all of this deliciousness. What I'd really love to know is how you got this business started and where did you come up with the name BellaBites?
BellaBites actually came from my best friend. My nickname for her always has been Bella. And recently we found out she had cancer and she's fine, she's doing good. So I wanted to do something that was in homage to her, and so I decided to call it BellaBites, which actually means beautiful bites.
Yes, in Italian.
Yes, in Italian, and she's a beautiful person, and I love beautiful food. I love making beautiful food, and so that's how that kind of came about.
I see that you have some dessert options. We have a wine bar, some charcuterie cups. What other services do you provide?
Mostly grazing boards. So I will set up an entire event where you pick the theme. It can be tacos, it can be barbecue, it can be burgers, and I set up a whole grazing table like that. Those are my grazing options. And then I also do just baking. I bake for a couple local places in town. I really enjoy baking. I do desserts. I do, of course, the charcuteries.
Oh, yes.
I do little boxes. We do the cups, as you can see over there too. So there's a variety of different things that I offer for services, but mainly right now I'm focusing on building that grazing part of it and just trying to get myself out there a little bit more.
I love that. So your services are very versatile, just like the use of this property that we're at.
Absolutely.
So it's really great to have you here co-hosting an event with us today. Thank you so much for your time and for making all this deliciousness. We can't wait for our guests to get here to enjoy it.
I'm excited to have them. I love to entertain people.
Awesome. Thank you for taking it back to 1935 with me today as we toured this beautiful Palmer property. If you want more information, contact Cheyenne or myself. And if your mouth was watering while I was eating that delicious cupcake, look up BellaBites on Facebook and book her for your next event. Thank you for joining me today on American Dream TV. I'm your host, MJ Mata of Alaska Lifestyle. We'll see you next time.